right, we're live. It's GloucesterCast 379. We're at the beautiful Beauport Hotel. Thanks for joining us, our faithful viewership.
Yes.
We have one's missing. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us today.
7 on Sunday.
7 on Sunday.
7 on Sunday.
Lucky Sunday. You gotta go play a number now.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm gonna introduce our podcast virgin first. That's what we should do from now on.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Podcast
Everyone knows
virgin,
that.
Gene Hennessy, communications director for the
That's right.
Beauport Hospitality Group.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Jimmy Dalpias, drinking a bloody, got spirit all over the place.
Hi everyone, good morning.
All over the antique rug.
Kim Smith is here. Ralph will be joining us fresh from his vacation. I'm your host, Joey Cimitaro. Chris
Good morning,
McCarthy.
Joe. Happy birthday. Again.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Happy birthday.
I know, they gave us Bloody Marys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Just what we
Yeah,
need.
very special.
And Pat Dalpias. Very
Good morning.
special.
Good morning,
Very
Gloucester.
special.
From Joey's good birthday party.
Right.
Every week it's my birthday. Jeannie, we're here, but today I want to get right to today.
Today?
Tonight, if anybody knows a bride, knows a groom that's getting married in the future, this is the biggest on the north of Boston. This is the biggest wedding event that will happen on the North Shore this year, and it's tonight.
That's right, at Beauport. It's our annual wedding showcase. It's 4 to 7 at Beauport this afternoon.
Oh, 4 to 7.
It's 4 to 7, and it's a tremendous selection of local vendors, photographers, florists, invitations, fashions, transportation, anything you need for a wedding, it's here at our showcase.
One-stop shopping.
At One Stop Shopping, you see the new trends, you get special deals because you're at our showcase. It's a fabulous event. You can also, of course, see the fabulous venue and learn more about Beauport Cruise Lines and Cruiseport and Beauport Hotel and having your wedding at one of our venues.
And it's free, anybody can just come in,
It's
right?
not free, it's only $10.
Oh, $10.
But the food is spectacular. You get a sampling of
Oh,
the food that you would
alright.
have at your wedding. And also, I have to say that there's a wedding honeymoon giveaway. So Majestic Resorts in Punta Cana has donated a wedding honeymoon through Sensational Travel. Sensational Travel is in Salem. And they've coordinated this, so you come in and you put your name in, and there's a good chance you're going to win a honeymoon.
It's legit. Like every year, we get the announcement of it's like usually a local person or someone from around here that
Sure.
wins a honeymoon. That's
Do
like
you have to be a honeymooner to win?
You have to be a bride or a groom to participate. Yes, I'm sorry. It's true.
You're gonna have to have Charlene again. Do it again.
You know what's great about that though is, like, all the vendors being there, you can actually talk to them, get a feeling if they're like
Right.
your kind of person.
You know what, Joey, you're absolutely right. That's so important. You're working very closely with these people for your wedding, and you want to make sure you're on the same page. And even though one florist might be as good as the next, you want to make sure
Sometimes you connect and sometimes you don't.
Exactly, that's so
yeah,
important.
That's what you want.
So face to face, having
You
a
do.
conversation. It's very true.
It's very true. No, I know.
So, look, can I just ask, like, how do like wedding dress designers show their dresses?
We used to have a fashion show, but we have so many vendors now, we don't really have room for a runway. So what we do is spot modeling. We'll have cubes with models standing on the cubes and changing throughout the day. So you'll see
nice.
bridal gowns and bridesmaids dresses and so forth.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I've been, and it is not. This is not some hokey fadoki. This is like
We don't do
this is-
hokey finoki.
No. And anybody that's familiar with the product here, they know you don't do hokey fadoki. But like, it's really nice that people don't have to go into Boston. It's right here in our backyard.
100%, and our vendors are the best, and we don't just allow anybody in to pay for a booth. It's our preferred vendors who we've worked with year after year.
Can I give a shout out to Vinwood Catering?
Yes.
Because they get the lobsters from us for the cruise boat, you know, from our lobster company, Captain Joe and Sons. They are so professional. Like of most of my customers, the chefs and the way that they operate they're so on top of things, and the food, and I've spoken to their, so you know, like old men, what they say about a
I'm
wedding,
familiar
it's
with
all
old
about the
men.
food. It's all about the food. That's all they really care about. But like whenever it's a Vinwood catered thing, they're always like, and the food was awesome.
Consistently,
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
They always do a great
So
job.
we were here last month for the food pop-up
Yeah.
at Beauport.
That was a fun event, right?
Oh
fun.
my
It was a
god!
great
I
Far
event.
exceeded my expectations.
way, yeah. And it was so. We have some breaking news.
Breaking news, we're doing it again in
Ooh.
February.
Blue Cocoa,
Mhm.
and it's going to be basically a Valentine theme
That's right.
right here at Beauport in the lobby.
Valentine's weekend, it's gonna be February
That's
15th.
awesome.
Yes.
Wow.
So
What day-
it'll
what
be a
day does
great event.
Valentine's Day fall on?
It's always the 14th.
It's on a Friday.
No, it's on the
It's a
first.
Friday.
It's a
Yeah.
Friday
It's
this
Friday
year.
this year.
Yeah, so we're going
So the
to
15th is
extend the weekend and have a Veuve
That's okay.
Clicquot event on
That was an awesome event. I'll be back for that because that was so much fun.
Good, and you heard it here, nobody knows that yet.
Good, I
So
hope
we're
I
Breaking
Right.
news.
I'm gonna tell you the crowd for that event. That was a beautiful crowd. There was
It
some
was.
beautiful people here.
Yeah.
It was
And
awesome.
We were
everybody
there.
Hey,
It was just had a great vibe, didn't it?
yeah,
It really did.
It was
Yeah.
sexy. The whole thing was just so sexy. It was, and the food, the spread that you guys put out, and the chairs and the way you set up that room. Like,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like a Boston lounge. It was
Yeah,
like
it was cool.
over
Yeah,
the
it's more like the
top.
Grand.
That's what I wanted to add. I
Boston.
Yeah,
really
like the Grand in Boston. Yeah.
the way it's all set up. I mean, for them, it just flows. And that's what's so cool when you come to these things. You can just
Yeah.
flow around, see everybody, and walk around.
And you know what? The champagne was outstanding too.
Yes, it was.
That flowed too.
Yeah. I wonder what the hashtag for that one's gonna be, because the last one was Clico in the snow, right?
Right.
So yeah, find out what the new one is.
That's what we're trying to do here is use the hotel venue for all different types of events. I don't know if you know about our fireside chats. Have you heard about those?
Oh,
we
yes,
promote
I
them.
love those.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, again, we bring people in and use different spaces for different events.
Those are Wednesdays and Thursday nights, right?
Monday nights.
Oh, Monday nights.
Monday nights.
Was it?
Yes.
Or was this? No, you had the music series. Was Wednesday and
We
Thursday.
still do, right here in this lounge, which is so cozy and intimate. We have Wednesday and Thursday night music
That's
series.
what I was
The fireside chat one that I went to recently was so packed that they had to, you couldn't accommodate more. We had to spill into another room.
They started at the fire, and we bring the fire heaters out behind the windows in the pavilion room because if they are too, we don't want 80 people in the lobby. It's just not that intimate. But we bring in the sofas and the soft seating, and still make it cozy.
It was really cozy. It was
Really
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
So what else is coming up? Anything?
Well, Valentine's Day is kind of a big deal, you know. So we have Valentine's week here. We're starting. Right.
So they say.
Valentine's week.
Valentine's week, we have a overnight package that starts on the 7th. You can book it anytime, but start from the 7th to the 16th. You can book, and it has all kinds of special. I can read to you what they
Yeah.
It comes with a truffle flight in your
Oh,
room, a
nice.
bottle of Veuve Clicquot
Oh.
in your room, and a $100 dinner credit at the restaurant, 1606, and a VIP rose petal turn down when you come back to your room.
Oh,
Late
it's
checkout
on.
the next day, so it's very, very nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we've
Nice.
developed a relationship with Veuve Clicquot, and we want to bring that in
Well,
every
you
year
got
we
these.
can.
That's where your brands are. The
That's
top
right.
of the, you know,
That's right.
partnering with
And
the-
then on the 9th, we're doing our second annual Oceans of Love event, that's the Sunday before Valentine's Day, with our boutique. So that's 1 to 5, and we'll have champagne tasting and chocolate.
You have a lot
station.
of Valentine's Day gifts in there.
The gift shop could be a standalone gift shop.
I was gonna say.
100%.
Kathy has done
Kathy
such a
Kadire is
beautiful job
unbelievable.
Wow.
curating that, and the things that we have is great gifts. If anybody wants to buy anything, my husband's open for their Valentine. So that's 1 to 5. There'll be a 20% discount, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, which we don't offer that often. So come in to enjoy that.
They
And
do.
Wait, what day was that?
Yeah.
The 9th.
Because they got great stuff there.
Yeah.
So February 9th, in the gift shop, 20% off.
That's the Sunday
That's a
before,
Sunday.
man.
Underline that right there.
Sunday
So
before.
we gotta
the
write
100
that down.
items that my wife
Put that in the
bought
show notes.
prior, do those qualify
I'm
for the
sorry, I think
20%?
there's a little disclaimer.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
sorry.
Shucks.
But yeah, it's a great event, and it's fun. And much like the booth event, we get a sea of people in here to just enjoy the space and shop with happy squares in there, which
I love
you're
working
familiar
shop.
with.
It's very special.
Pound for pound, I mean, square foot,
That, right.
square foot for square foot.
Right?
There's
Yeah.
no easier place to shop in this city than Kathy's shop.
Look at how close it is to the bar. The
Yeah.
women come in, have a couple cocktails, and say, "Oh, let me stretch my legs," and they end up over there, and they're double dipping, spending 200 in, 200 there. Beautiful.
I got a really sweet
Great
place
concept.
for Charlotte. They seem for little ones there too.
They do. I get my grandson's things in there all the time. My paycheck pretty much goes in there. That's okay. I did want to just tell you a little bit. I have specials for 1606 here too, and 1606 is our restaurant here at Beauport Hotel, and I don't know if everybody realizes that it's called 1606 at Beauport, and it's named after the year that Champlain discovered this beautiful port. So we have our specials that I'm going to have to read to you as well. But they're great. I mean, prime rib entree on Sundays, twin lobsters on Monday, and then we have prefix meals on Tuesday and Wednesday, which is $35, but includes the appetizer, entree, dessert, and everything.
Okay,
And
we had that.
We haven't come to that.
We had that on Tuesday night, I think just this past week, and it was the full-size fish and chips. It was the full-size creme brulee, and there was I think there was a salad first course. I'm not sure. I don't remember what the first course was, but everything was just like the normal size.
Wow,
Really?
And it was all included.
for $35 a person?
$35.
Really?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Yeah,
Wow.
that's.
That's
we gotta-
ridiculous.
we gotta
You have to come in and
we gotta
enjoy
take advantage
I
of
know where
that.
I'm having dinner every night.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. It's cheaper than making it at home.
Right, I hear you.
Am I right?
It's a great deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or there is nothing at home.
Right.
My wife doesn't cook, so I need to find a place where I can go have dinner.
you come on
You
Wednesday,
throw
you can
Charlene
have
under the
that.
bus.
I
Well,
have
she
to- I
knows.
have to give a shout out for your creme brulee though.
Yeah.
Creme brulee.
Because I like to try it wherever I go, creme caramel, creme brulee, panna cotta, and I think yours is just outstanding.
Thank you.
It's outstanding.
I praise,
Great.
I praise, she's very fussy
I'm
too.
very funny. You know what it is? It's like, it's the exact ratio of the flan to the creme brulee. Sometimes people make the flan part too thick, and then you just have
Oh, yeah.
a little, it's like in a
Yeah.
dish like this. So you have like a little tiny bit of brulee and tons of custard
That's a very
instead
good
of
point.
like a bite of the brulee part, the caramelized sugar, with a bite of the flan with each one, which
Very
makes
good
it,
point.
Perfection.
from my point of view, makes it.
We do a lot of things here that Joey approved. This is now Kim approved.
Kim approved, the Kim stamp
Kim
of
approved.
approval.
Gotta do
When you
it.
get that stamp, so we have when we say it's a no-brainer, like that means we give it a 100%. Like, don't think about it, just do it, and
Yeah.
and there's basically a guarantee. Like,
Okay.
you're gonna have it, like.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it's a
if you
good
don't
deal.
like it, Joe will give you your money back.
Well, Chris McCarthy will be-
What?
So is there anything else?
No, I think that's carrying us through.
That's a lot.
You know, we have new
So-
things coming all the time.
So the price fix is but is it Tuesday and Wednesday or is it just?
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday,
Yeah.
alright, we gotta put that in.
Plus also the twin lobsters on Monday.
Which yeah.
Well, and the prime rib tonight,
Sunday
Sunday
night.
night.
Mm-hmm.
so that's part of the $35?
No, that's a different.
Oh,
That
that's
and
a
the twin
special.
lobsters are different specials.
Those are
But then
specials,
Tuesday,
okay.
Wednesday.
And I saw that the rooms were recently reminding people to plan for Fiesta. coming up. So that was a post recently that
Yeah,
I
they just
noticed.
released,
Yeah.
the rooms for
Yeah.
Fiesta.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
get
so
them
you can
because
book-
they
Yeah.
sell out like
Oh, I
that.
bet they
Of
do.
course.
They do with a
So-
perfect spot.
Fiesta's coming, it's not
Maybe
that much further
GMG.
down the road.
Maybe GMG
We should
will
have a
get one.
suite, don't you
We
think?
should have a suite for that
On
whole week.
the account, on the
Do you want me to
GMG
book that for you guys?
The penthouse, please. And then with, there was one other thing.
What?
because of the bridal event, I do want to tell people that I am a justice of the peace.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah,
He married me.
but I married
Really?
Joe.
Nice to hear you.
I get the stamp of approval from him. If anybody needs.
Maybe go stand in the park.
And he put a lot.
I'm gonna put a sign. I'm a-
He put several special touches into our
Exactly.
ceremony too.
Exactly.
It was not
It
the one of the
wasn't
mill
just show up.
ceremony. It was
Yeah.
very special.
So
Yeah.
call me 1-800-Reverend.
Jeannie Hennessy, thank you so much for
Thanks
being
for
with us.
having me here. It was
Yeah,
great
thank you.
to see you
Great.
all.
Thank
Keep up the
you.
great work, you guys.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you're
We'll
knocking
see
it
you
out of
at
the park.
See you at the booth.
Thank you.
Oh, we'll be here.
It should be
We
Lou
will
for
be.
Boo.
Only people who can pronounce it can come
So
in.
that's
through
Yeah.
the front
we
door.
weren't saying it right.
It's like this.
Say it.
Boo.
Vouv in Vouv Clicquot.
Right, Clicquot, I got it.
It's Clicquot because they told us 'cause in the snow it matches with us. So, so there was that. We have a lot of topics.
Yeah.
I
We
just
do.
want, I just
Get the
want
lightning round.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the restaurant lightning round right now. First of all, our normal sponsor, Mom's Kitchen,
Yes.
is potentially opening next Monday,
Nice.
February 3rd. Pending on city, the
Inspections and whatnot.
Which you
Very
never,
good.
you know, there's sometimes there's some weird thing that they don't think about that holds them up. But we're hoping for next Monday. If I don't have to work next Sunday, we're gonna live stream from there.
Oh,
Nice.
dang.
So it just depends on my work schedule. So if I have to
Well,
work,
we can go there.
We'll live stream from there.
yeah, you can do it.
We'll phone you, tell you how it goes.
Who needs the boss?
Joe, go to Facebook Live. You can log in.
Yeah.
And
We all share it. You should be
Who
able to get
needs the
there.
boss? Ty, you should get on your phone right now. Make sure it's on silent. See if there's comments, and you can reply to the comments.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, because we don't have our normal setup to reply to comments. I want to know if you can tell, and don't go crazy, which of our regulars, because we like to give shout outs to our regulars. I know I saw Joey Foot earlier was on. I don't know if he's still on. I don't know if Brenda Grimes Davis, I don't know if.
Joey Foot, Russell Steve,
Russell.
Stephen Reed,
Steve
Oh, hi,
Reed.
Steve.
Tony Sapienza,
Oh, hi, Tony.
Dee Noble,
See?
Ralph.
Ralph is supposed to be
Just
here.
can't get the body moving this morning.
Oh, we
We are
left
not-
the
that is
spot
not
for him.
That's snowmobiling. That's snowmobiling
not-
All right,
stuff.
Kim,
acceptable.
why don't you hop in unless you want to stay?
She would go on, Kim.
She doesn't like her face. Yeah, she likes
Kim, you're on
I
camera.
could go a little.
Grab my drink.
Yes.
Jim,
all
you're
right.
blocking me.
I heard also.
Yeah.
You're blocking my
You're blocking the Reverend.
I do. I can whack you in the face and I don't know.
You called the
I'm
Um,
just teasing.
So I want to mention a few things. At Savor Wine and Cheese, they're having a tasting seminar hosted with a hosted Italian wine ambassador. January 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. I'll put a link in the show notes for that.
Have you ever been to one of those things?
Yes, I've gone to some of their dinners, wine kind of dinner things, and
They're pretty awesome.
over the top. You learn,
I learned from
even
that's
if you are a seasoned wine person or if you are a novice, everybody learns something. It's really worthwhile. Go right now at our friends Feather and Wedge. They have their Sunday brunch with I forget Steve Lacey. I think is the jazz musician there. January 30th, they're having a French wine dinner at Feather and Wedge. And Tono is having a Super Bowl catering. All
That
kinds
looks
of Super
very
Bowl.
intriguing.
What does that mean? What about creative?
They have a menu, a Super Bowl kind of like takeout food. Orders must be placed by January 28th and picked up by 2/2, and they will prepare your Super Bowl feast.
Oh, that's
Wow.
a sweet idea.
Friends,
that's a great
that's from our friends at Tono.
Oh, yeah.
So there's all of that. Last night, Kate and I went to the movies, and we went to the movies out of town for a very specific reason, because I thought there was a chance that we could have got together for dinner afterwards with our good friends, the McCarthy's.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
But they bailed on us, and so it cost us so much extra money.
I think it was my idea. Why don't we go to dinner in Danvers after the movies no, sorry, not gonna work.
I didn't say that. I said, Kate said maybe.
Maybe. So I gotta make plans thereafter.
I didn't say maybe, Kate said. Anyway, we went, here's the thing. We went to the movies out of town. We went to see 1917. So before I go any further, don't go out of town to go see 1917. Go to the Gloucester Cinema on Route 1 on Essex Avenue, because we got absolutely jacked
Yeah.
at the movie theater at the Liberty Tree Mall.
That's so much money.
Wait, everybody knows how much it cost already?
What's in the
You
show?
don't know.
It's in the show notes.
Right.
Well, you told us, but
Yeah.
So let me tell you something. 2 tickets at Liberty Tree Mall to see 1917, $36.
and it was a 8 o'clock show,
It was,
6 o'clock show.
Evening, in the
no, it was a
evening.
4 p.m. show.
Oh,
4 p.m.
4
show.
p.m. show.
Oh.
Okay?
Very important.
Okay.
We could have, this is very important, because you could have gone to Gloucester Cinema before 6 p.m. for $9 and see the same movie was
That's
playing
half
there.
price,
That's half the price,
That's
yeah.
half the price.
I haven't been there for a while, and Kate says they redid that
Yeah.
movie
It's
there.
so
Yeah,
sweet.
it's awesome.
Plus, it's
We
a
go
should
there,
do it.
kind of,
We've been-
very,
So it's
very
half the
regular.
cost. But wait,
Wait,
the
then
big,
it's a family. It's a family.
the family, local family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a family.
So for half of the cost, we could have stayed in Gloucester and gone. The second biggest, this is the most mind-blowing ripoff
Yeah.
I've ever
Yeah.
encountered. My entire life, I've never seen a bigger ripoff. A Bavarian pretzel, a regular pretzel that you get at a ball game, right? Even you consider a ball game, it's a ripoff at $7 for a pretzel.
Frozen that's heated under
Frozen
one of those
heated
orange,
yeah.
orange
Light
balls.
bulbs. Yeah.
$14.99. $14.99 for one pretzel. Kate says Kate had a hard, she wanted to have a pretzel.
She had a craving for a
She had
pretzel.
a craving for a pretzel. $14.99 for a pretzel.
Did you check-
$36.
Did you check the popcorn prices? Because the popcorn prices are out of.
Oh, popcorn
Not
with
at
a drink.
Not at Gloucester Cinema.
The moral of the story is Gloucester Cinema, you don't need to go out of town to go to the movies. Support the local
Right,
cinema.
even though they're fairly close to the Lowe's Theater, they get all the first run movies. So right now.
Oh, they always have
Right, they
the current
always-
stuff.
Well, they
yes.
have 1917.
17, and they have Little Women, and they have Dr. Dolittle.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And their
that's-
snack bar is very reasonable too.
And I-
We brought kids, and you know how kids like, I want one of those, I want one of those, and you'd be surprised, you kinda go, well, we can only pick one.
Yeah.
But you look at the price and go, no, go ahead, have two.
Yeah, at
Because
Gloucester
the
Cinema.
amount you were thinking
Yeah.
you were gonna spend.
Yeah. Props to them. The movie 1917. Phenomenal.
liked it. You
Phenomenal.
liked it.
Phenomenal. Must see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go see that. So
the microphone is farthest away from me, so I apologize. I'm sorry, Jill.
I'm gonna move it over to you.
Sorry. And I'm sorry.
But yeah, on top of Kim being have this voice, this, it's just her voice. It's
Yeah, I'm
very.
sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. So we came back into town, and we were kind of looking for something casual, and we drove by the Azorian. The Azorian was packed.
Saturday night.
Saturday
right.
night, as always. So we decided to go someplace we hadn't gone in several years, and has never ever disappointed me, but has sometimes falls off my radar. Thai Choice, the Thai restaurant in town.
We get there to go. We get it to go.
Here's a quick. So I'd love to know this, and we won't get the answer, but Kate and I were there, and there was only 4 tables seated. But I think that their takeout is probably
Oh.
80% of their business.
Because it's the same when we go.
We got an entree and 3 appetizers. We got a pad thai, which you can actually consider it's huge,
It's huge.
right? We got the tempura shrimp.
Nice,
We got curry chicken,
nice.
and
You should try their little shumai sometime.
the shumai and the gyros are both fantastic.
And you got the Who Flung Poo.
Who Fun Poo,
The Who Flung
tremendous.
Poo,
If
outstanding.
you haven't had it yet.
Number 3 on the
Well,
menu.
one other thing, it came to $35.
Less than your movie ticket.
$35.
Less than your movie experience.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So to Thai Choice, we're lucky to have them in town here. So
I have been there, and we've actually went in and sat, and it's, you know, great place inside, very comfortable.
Very clean.
Service
The
is great.
staff,
Yeah.
the staff is so friendly. Service is great. Highly recommended whether
We haven't done
you're
it yet.
sitting or takeout.
You guys haven't gone there?
Haven't been there yet.
Yeah, you gotta put it on your
The
list.
purple building,
That's
Yeah.
the purple building in Gloucester.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
So we did that. So we came home, and it's just one aside as far as movies go. We came home and we saw The Joker, which didn't come out too long ago. Academy Award, Joaquin Phoenix.
No, that's right.
Yeah, because there's the brother died, River Phoenix died. We rented Joker on cable for $5.99.
What a night.
That's, in movie theaters wonder why, when people can do that for $5.99.
Yeah.
Wonder why they're struggling.
Cup at your own home.
$18 ticket.
You didn't tell me. So we were supposed to get together with you and we didn't. So what did you guys end up doing?
So we were at your next door neighbor's house.
Right. Well, where did you go for dinner?
We were gonna go to the Franklin, but I had a gift card to use at Minglewood. So we decided, we just wanted to grab something quickly. We didn't want to make it a long night. I still had stuff to hang in the house, pictures and mirrors and all that fun stuff. So we went to Minglewood. I had sushi. They had a special sushi roll last night, which was outstanding. Charlene had her pulled pork sandwich.
They have some new things on the menu too, right? Did you notice that?
They actually brought over a specials menu, which had some great options on it. And I don't remember ever getting a specials menu,
Yeah, no, I think that's new as well.
so that might be new. What's also new is they have a new sink in the men's bathroom, which I absolutely love.
What?
It's like an industrial. Oh my God, you got it. I mean, you just go to the bathroom. Even if you're not hungry, just go to Minglewood, go to the men's room if you're a male. And they have this beautiful sink. It's like, this is the type of sink that I'd love in my cave men's room.
I imagine.
And they got these beautiful big faucets. You put your hand under them.
You don't have to touch anything, get germs.
No. So I was there last week, and I came out and I'm laughing. And Zach, the manager, was standing there, and I'm like, "Am I going crazy, or is that a new sink in there?" He goes, "No, that's a new sink."
Zach's awesome.
So you've been there on a regular basis when you recognize things like that.
And you had the Serenity card on your list to talk about today.
Always.
Minglewood is a Serenity restaurant.
It is.
We went to
It is.
Hale Street last night, which is another Serenity
Oh,
restaurant.
Your
You
recommendation.
got there before the close, before
Yes.
they did the renovation.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we posted a link to the.
And it was,
the new-
we usually eat on the earlier side, but even for a Saturday night, when we got there around 5:15, it was packed with
Oh yeah.
hockey fans.
Yeah, the hockey
Yeah.
parents
Hockey parents.
from the Endicott College. They had a
Oh,
big game, so
okay.
this is their hangout.
Yeah,
They
so I
come
added
out.
some points to my Serenity card last
Yeah.
night. It was awesome.
Yeah. That Serenity card, I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer.
Oh.
When Chal and I were sitting at the bar, there was a couple sitting to the right of us who I know I've seen there before. They checked out, no Serenity card. And I'm thinking to myself, should I tap this guy on the shoulder and say, buddy,
What are you doing?
what are you doing?
Yeah,
You're
free money.
giving
You
away
don't like
free
if
money.
you don't like money.
You've been here before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the card.
Yeah.
And then,
or just put the app on your phone.
well, and that's funny because there was a girl sitting on my left who had the card still.
Oh, I still have my card on.
And Charlene actually mentioned something to her and said, you don't need to carry
Right,
the
you
card
can just
around
put it on.
anymore. Just go online
Yeah.
and download the app.
Right,
So they
Even
have
easier.
dummy proofed it.
right, yeah.
If
You
you
open
figure
up the app, you hit this button, you give them the code, they plug in your number.
free stuff.
You get free stuff every
Free
now
stuff.
and then. You get a free entree on and dessert on your birthday. I think both.
You know, I gotta add, the stuff that's free is
Anything.
good. I mean, to get a free app, to get a free dinner, entree, it's good.
Yeah.
Right.
So wait, you mentioned because I know that they have the hand blowers.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I see in the show notes you put hand blowers versus paper towels.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate hand blowers.
I do too.
I'll never
Why?
use
Why
it.
do you hate it? Okay, I'm gonna hear your take on them, and I'm gonna hear your take on
It's
them.
a total germ factory. I just
How?
have all those, because there's a lot of germs in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
You're not
it's-
touching anything.
It just blows in your
Yeah.
face. It's worse. It just blows all around you.
Really?
yeah.
Oh,
And I
So gross to me.
and I don't know what the thinking is, if it's a cost savings thing for restaurants. But what I do is I go into the stall and I grab toilet paper and I wash my hands. Yeah,
No, but also I carry wet wipes.
there you go.
Just because,
Did
Yeah.
you know that soap is more effective than antibacterial
no, I don't
lotion?
use it, I don't use the
It is?
antibacterial,
Yes.
Is that proven?
Yes,
yes,
I
antibacterial,
need
I don't use
I need
that,
stats.
I don't use that.
No. So there was a.
Yeah,
I
those
posted
are
this
bad.
thing.
Those are bad.
Because it takes off good stuff, good bacteria. So they did an experiment. Someone took sandwiches, and a person that had not treated their hands touched one sandwich, put it in a Ziploc bag, and left it for 30 days. Someone that used hand soap
I remember seeing.
touched the sandwich and put it in a Ziploc bag. Someone that used antibacterial lotion put it in a Ziploc bag, and then there was one other one, then the control one, whatever it was. The one with just hand soap fared the best out of all. The one with the untreated one, the sandwich was black and green after 30 days. It was disgusting. The one with soap was relatively unscathed, shall we say.
Joe, if that was your science project back in
No,
1980
but no, that,
at
what
Bishop
is,
Fenwick.
that's a rare, and it's not just,
I need
it's
a
also
bloody.
super bad for it's also super bad for the environment, all that antibacterial stuff going down the drain into the
Yeah,
water
true.
table.
Yeah.
It's just,
Interesting.
And you know what I hate about that, like, antibacterial stuff is, like, I wipe my mouth, you know, a half hour later, and then you can taste it. It gets on your lips, and it's like, oh man. But I like paper towels because they're more absorbent, they're quicker, and I like opening up the doorknob
With it.
with the
With
paper
it.
towel, me
With
too.
Now, the restaurant that puts the paper towel trash bin too far away from the handle, I have a problem with those places. You have to have the trash bin right next to
Yeah.
where the door is. The best places actually don't have doors. They just have it set up where is like
Yeah.
kind of like a wall and a wall that you can't see
Yeah,
into
you
the men's
zigzag.
room, but you don't have to grab a knob.
Right.
That's the best one.
This is what
But some
I,
places don't have that luxury of
this is
space.
what I use my forearm.
I'm a forearm.
Look at the bird.
Check.
Jesus, speaking of germs.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Jimmy just coughed all over.
Jeez.
Do you want a Bloody Mary if
I need a
If I
bloody,
catch-
yeah, if we can get
catch
if
somebody's
we can
eye.
get the attention of the lady.
We have just a comment that's
Yes.
been shared. Joey Foot wanted to mention that the Gloucester Fire and Rockport Fire Departments will be participating in the B-Fit Challenge at TD Garden today, and good luck to both departments.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty awesome.
Joey, thank you for the information.
Good shout out.
Yeah, we saw Joey at the Elks the other night.
Yeah.
We did,
On our,
you
Elks
could-
blowout.
You can pretty much see Joey at the Elks any day. I have a feeling.
Yeah, but did Joey leave his car? Did that Joey leave his car in the parking lot? Which Joey left his car in the parking lot?
A responsible person
Right,
leaves their car
right.
and
I was thinking he was thinking gas mileage.
Yeah, that's what I was
We were going
thinking.
out, and he said, "Let me ride in a car that doesn't use as much gas as my truck."
We're
Well,
gonna
we
go-
were on our way
so-
home anyway, so.
we're gonna go right now to Kim's Cape Ann Wildlife Report.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have to leave around 11, so I just wanted to let everybody know that the little dove key is still here. I think, did we talk about the dove key in the last podcast?
Not
or
very
did-
No,
much, a
no.
little bit, but not a
little
lot,
bit, so
if I remember.
it's a beautiful little Arctic bird that's here. It's very unusual. I think the ones that you thought that you saw might be a dove key, I think those were buffleheads, because they are the same size, and buffleheads you see more in flocks.
Just black and white they were.
Yeah, buffleheads are black and white.
Oh, I thought remember the one that has like the wing and has the white right in the center of the wing, like it's almost like a white diamond on a black wing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that one is, but
Another
but I
Auk.
think
Mary.
yeah, the one that I just posted about was a little auk. It's the littlest member. It's
That's
called
what
a
I
dove.
thought.
It's called a dovekey, and it's a member of the puffin family actually. Yeah, and so it's very unusual to have them here on the shore. Usually you only see them out to sea, or they wash up dead on the beach. So it's very wonderful to have a little one here. And then we also have a black crowned night heron, and I thought it left, when the pond froze over.
The juvenile one.
The juvenile one, but I think it's ice fishing. Listen.
Ice fishing.
Ice fishing, like
Breaking
no,
news.
No, well,
Look at the camera and tell the story.
It was so awesome. I was out, just walking around, and I heard this crickle, and he comes out from the reeds, and then he
Peck your eyes out.
No, then he flew out, but I went to where he was, and all these tracks were in the like the frosty snow ice, and there was a hole there. All around were his footprints, and I think he's been ice fishing.
That's where he poops.
No, I think that's like.
That's his toilet.
See, this is why Kim is considered the foremost, utmost, preeminent,
You are correct.
as opposed
Yes,
to
that's
that
awesome.
hack, the doctor that considers, he puts doctor in front of his name and
Dr. Oz?
thinks that he's a, I don't know, some guy that Kim should
Thank you.
take all of his jobs. Is that?
No.
No, because the speaking engagement, I personally believe that Kim Smith should be the only one that does the speeches at libraries and seminars about Cape Ann Wild.
I do a lot of those, which is wonderful.
Because you're the best. Everybody knows you're the best.
I love doing that. I do. I'm just getting all kinds of jobs lately at libraries. So
Really?
it's wonderful.
That's what she's got the end.
I'm not
So tell me,
coming.
wait, can we hear about your the latest on the Monarch?
Oh yeah.
Monarch, how much did you raise for that? Was it 35 grand?
Yeah, $35,000.
$35,000. This
That's
film is gonna
amazing.
be
That's amazing.
ridiculous.
It's a golf club. Golf club.
Yeah.
It's a decade-long project.
Wow.
Wow.
Or plus. I'm too embarrassed to say how many
Is there a
years
time? Is
actually.
there a time frame when it's gonna be out?
Well, right now what I'm doing is I'm working on the masters, right? So the film is completed. Like there's a final beautiful version. So the production company is working on the masters, and right now I'm submitting to film festivals. So there's this awesome thing called Film Freeway, which is different than it was 5 years ago. And so filmmakers can just upload their project for free, and all the festival coordinators, they peruse them.
Oh, that
So,
really opens
yeah.
up the
Yeah,
wow.
it's just amazing. Instead of having to pay $100, $200 to join to submit to every festival. So it's really an amazing new development. Well, relatively new. So that is going on, and right now I'm just updating my website. I made a new trailer. I did this interview with this beautiful couple that Joel and Ellen, who run the Butterfly Biosphere Reserve, where I stayed last year.
Well,
Joel is the
that's a real
gentleman.
name.
That's a real name. He's a real, and he's, one of 10 kids in this beautiful family, and he and Ellen, his American wife, she's an anthropologist, and they founded this bed and breakfast. They started with 3 rooms, and over the last 5 years, they've built it to now a swimming pool, a conference center. And Joel and the village built most of it. Like, Joel put solar roof panels on all the roofs everywhere, so that people could have Wi-Fi and also have hot water.
Now,
Just an amazing
that's
couple.
when you travel to next.
It's Macheros. It's in Macheros.
Right. It's not Danvers.
No.
It's
Macheros,
a
Mexico.
biosphere.
Well, I want to make sure that they know and they
Yes.
Yeah,
understand.
Mexico.
Yeah,
She
sorry.
travels far and wide for this.
Yeah,
She's
so-
very passionate.
It's the most sweetest, beautiful couple. They've just done this amazing thing, and so they started this nonprofit foundation called The Butterflies and Their People, because tour buses were coming into the community. It's the original spot where the butterflies were first noticed in 1975. So
Monarch.
the monarchs,
Exclusively monarch.
exclusively monarchs. So giant tour buses would come in, stay for 3 hours and leave, right? And so it wasn't benefiting the community at all. So Joel and Ellen thought of this group, the Butterflies and Their People, and so they monitor the forest all year round. They're like tree arborists, and they consistently have fundraisers and things like that. But it's been this way they've been able to hire people to work there, and now everybody's improving their homes, and these kids are going to school now. I mean, it's just a phenomenal thing. Instead of just
You know what the only problem with that is? property values are gonna go through the roof, and the children aren't gonna be able to live there anymore, because terrible people are moving in and driving up the prices of the housing.
Well, the other
No,
terrible
it's
thing
wonderful,
is,
no, it's beautiful.
the biosphere, do they have to put a bubble over the
Oh,
town?
no, they just call it, all the biospheres, they just call it the Monarch Butterfly Biosphere Reserves, and it's in this, there's these 12 volcanic mountaintops, and they're part of 2 different states, the state of Mexico and the state of Michoacan. And so it's just this one little area where tens of thousands, it used to be billions of monarchs, now it's only in the millions, but.
Global warming.
That was a great story.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that, Kim.
That's an
I'm
exciting
glad we
update
got
about
the
the
update.
film, wow.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
wonderful.
so I'll keep you posted. I can't have because I'm submitting to film festivals, I can't have like a big premiere here. I can have.
Oh, you wanna go big time, yeah,
Right.
this
No,
is
but I
like
can-
low,
I
this is
can-
small time, you wanna
But I
go
can
big time.
have a sneak preview, that's allowed, you know what I mean? So if you're premiering your film, you can't, be advertising all over the place about.
Right, you wanna give
local-
someone you wanna make someone feel special, like someplace that this is, it premiered here for the first time.
For the first time.
Yeah, cause you don't wanna sell yourself short.
Right, but there's over 80 people that donated to my film, so I can have a preview for them, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like a local community kind of
Well, I
thing.
can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Your daughters are, they're very little.
Oh my God, it's gonna be wild, cause they were
Wow.
really tiny, yeah.
That's
They're really
crazy.
little.
So we have a public service announcement.
What's that?
Oh, good.
This is big time.
Big time.
And I didn't realize this, but apparently this happens. Because I'm not necessarily a dog person other than my shared ownership.
Really? I haven't
Well,
noticed.
But, so, apparently dogs like to eat stuff that they're not supposed to eat.
That's true.
That's true.
Sometimes they get into dental floss.
Mm.
Sometimes they get into rolls of poop
Poop
bags.
bags, yeah.
But if your dog eats a long string of something
Oh, it was-
and you notice it coming out of their ass and it's like this far out and you're tempted to pull it out of their ass, don't. No, we heard this. I'm not joking around. Because you can, if it's wrapped around, it could be wrapped around their lower intestines and you could yank their lower intestines out. So you have to let them naturally pass.
Oh, wow. That's scary.
Did you see the videos? Did you see the poor dog with the?
If you post a video and it's like titled about poop or something. I'm sorry to say.
Well, it's a public service announcement.
But
And
this-
you have a
this-
dog, so you
This
should.
is for real.
I'm sorry.
No, this is for real. This is real life. This is
Yeah.
real life stuff.
Okay.
No, because you don't want Gizmo. What's your dog's name? Gizmo.
Rosie, we
Yes.
our Rosie passed away. She's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Are you gonna get another dog?
We're just because we have a cat that's 22 years old.
Wow.
And he has epilepsy and he survived 2
jeez.
coyote attacks.
Cosmo.
Cosmo.
I
We're just,
said, I was
we're just letting
Gizmo.
Cosmo
You
live
say
out his
Gizmo.
life in peace. He's already dealing with a 2-year-old, right?
Right.
Does Charlotte
Jason.
love the cat?
She just loves Cosmo, and she's
Does
convinced.
she torture
She's just
Cosmo?
convinced Cosmo loves her back equally, and
Yeah.
there's like all these little love fests that go on, and it usually ends with Cosmo running away.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So Cosmo hasn't taken a swipe at her face with his
yeah.
claws?
No.
He's very good with her.
No,
He's
you
really
gotta be
tolerant.
careful.
You gotta be careful.
It's coming.
You don't wanna lose an eye.
He's very tolerant.
So speaking of that, Bo went poop the other day. I had him out on his leash. I'm looking out the window and I see a piece of poop hanging from his poop hole.
That happens.
That happens.
Right.
So the poor guy was trying to wipe it on the ground to try to get out and it wasn't working. So as the owner,
Right, being a
I
good
have
dad,
to
you have
go
to
out.
go there.
You put a plastic bag around your hands?
no, I went
You didn't go bareback.
I went bareback.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
So it was a piece of hair. It was the
Why
poop
don't you
stuck
put
to
a
piece of hair.
Ziploc bag and put it on your hand?
Because he was wet. I didn't have time because I didn't want him to get it all over him because he was
And
trying
then go
to.
walking through the house.
Right,
It's
right.
a
So I
normal
ran
thing. You
out.
just have to get one.
This is reason
And I'm like-
757,000 that I don't have a dog.
I
You
mean,
just
I'm
get
pulling it and I'm pulling it, and his eyelid is like twitching. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't know what it was attached
Is
to.
it 11? I think I have to go.
I think, yeah.
Kim's out.
You got
All
2
right,
more
Kim.
minutes.
Thank you for coming. Jimmy, can you move the camera forward?
Well, actually,
Kim, thank
I'm
you so
gonna
much.
switch over.
It was nice to have you.
Yeah, thanks,
I'm gonna
guys.
switch over.
Thank you.
Kim, have a
That
good
will
one.
go one.
Okay, you guys have a good rest of your weekend.
We
too.
sure
Good to
will.
see you, Kim. Take care.
Bye.
Jimmy and Pat, you went to Whole Paycheck for the first time.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we
First
did.
of all, I want to explain
Went to
this
Whole
is-
Foods. I had
Oh,
never
Whole
been.
Foods.
I'd never been to one.
Oh, you have
for
it?
us? Okay.
No, this was my first.
Wow.
It was my first experience. We ran into Kim DiGiorgio there.
Oh, yes.
And it was, you know, we do have a Wegmans restaurant near us when we're in
Oh,
New York
Wegmans
that we
is
go
awesome.
to. So it was not unlike that in many ways.
Right.
So, but we did manage to pick up a few things, and it was a fun experience, and I would do it again. But one of the things I wanted to mention was if you're that I did not know is if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get
Yes.
10% off
Only on select
on,
items.
on select select
Yes.
items.
What were
You
some
can
of the,
just
okay,
show
what
them-
were some of the items that popped out to you as either good values or things that you can't
Oh,
get somewhere else?
I wasn't looking for value.
Yeah.
I really
Oh,
wasn't.
was
I
it?
knew
Okay.
I knew better than
That's
to go
fine.
in there and look
Well,
for.
that's well,
you
that's
know.
fine. But so were there any
So we
items
picked
that?
up some prepared foods. So I'm about the prepared foods. And brought them home so we have dinner for the next couple of days.
Oh, you mean like the
Yeah.
stuff that's cooked and you can
Right,
heat
right.
it up?
right. Like to open they have I want to call it a salad bar, but there's other stuff
Yeah.
on it. We brought some of that home. We brought some soup home. We brought some.
It's legit.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, if you're like
It
if
was
you're
easy.
driving home from out of town, if you work
Right.
out of town,
It's exactly what I
And-
thought. If
and-
you're just gonna stop in and pick up your dinner, yeah.
yeah, you can easily get like something for
Right.
everybody.
Right. It was a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, you got to kind of get used to it, but
We did walk around a few times going through because
Well, you retired folk, you have the time.
that's true.
Well, they wanted the free samples too.
We were
Were you
hungry,
looking
so
for
we were
free
looking for
samples like Costco?
They don't
No.
have the pasta, the homemade pasta.
Yeah, I didn't
that
see
you-
that.
That you can get at the one on top, but we have pastaya via corta, so we
Right,
don't need it.
right.
I
I'm
won't,
going there
I
now.
won't lie, we live by the where they had the bakery and the deli and the homemade stuff because we were watching them make it right there and they have sushi there. and stuff.
Sushi too, yeah.
Mhm.
And so we were walking around that a lot, and then we would walk over to go grab an accessory, like you wanted that crackers or you wanted that certain juice or something, you know. So we got that. Then
Jim
we
bought
went
his
back to go
Cheerios
through.
there, which I didn't think was maybe the best idea, but that's what we did.
But not regular Cheerios.
Regular old Cheerios.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought it was a good price.
You guys went to Antique Table in Manchester?
yeah, we
Jesus,
tried
you
that.
guys get out a lot.
We do. Well, we can.
Well,
so
we
we're
listen to
lucky.
Which I
Charlene.
teachers,
She
double-
told us.
Double pensions.
We're very-
Double pension, yeah.
We're very fortunate.
Taxpayers' money. They're
Yes.
spending our taxpayers' money.
Good night, folks.
Yeah. We did like the antique table very much. It was a weeknight, I think it was Wednesday night that we went, so it was pretty quiet in there. The menu has got good variety, it's very reasonably priced, the service was very good. We could clearly hear the conversations at an adjacent table. Well, it wasn't really next to us, so maybe the acoustics are a little, because we heard Grandma tell what I presume was her granddaughter, asking her about her auditions and whatnot. And then Grandma said, well, as long as you don't sleep with the producer, you should be okay.
Yeah, that was a
Classic.
spit take.
Yeah.
You're eating your meal and grandma comes out with that.
Right. But no, we liked it very much and we'll definitely be going back. I recommend it highly.
You know, for the sake of the blog, we do this.
We did, yes, we do it for
I
the sake.
haven't been there, even though I've heard good things. So right now, at the top of my list is the Tuesday night.
Oh,
What's the
yeah,
special?
prefix.
Oh, yeah.
No, the price fix thing.
Right here.
Oh yeah, Mondays.
1606. Yeah.
1606. That's at the top of my list, and I have to check out this place here.
Yeah. We
Antique
enjoyed it
table.
we enjoyed it very much.
Antique table.
And it didn't hurt that Al Pacino was on the wall,
Yeah.
from The Godfather too.
Who went to Tender Crop Farm?
I think Kim.
Oh,
That
okay.
was Kim's
She's
comment.
out.
We skipped
We're
that.
out on that. Oh, we didn't have her talk about the lobster trap.
Oh, you're right.
I
It's
should
all
have.
down.
We make these notes and we
See,
don't
I
pay
made,
attention
I
to
made a
them.
mistake because I asked about the birds that I don't really care about so much, and I would have really liked to have.
Yeah, oh, look who's here. Trouble.
Scotty Mac shows up.
Just rolling out of bed from a big event.
He came down the elevator.
From a big,
Sit down.
Yeah.
Also known as Big Sexy.
big sexy.
Also known
Big
as Big
sexy was
How you doing, buddy?
spinning the tunes.
We had a long conversation about tonight's wedding event.
Oh yes, the
Beauport.
Beauport bridal
Cruise
show at
port.
Cruise Port.
Cruise
Yeah.
Port. Are you gonna be DJing tonight?
I am DJing tonight from 4 to 7 on the Beauport cruise line on the boat. I'll be actually on the ship.
Wow, nice.
So they're showcasing that as as a venue? Is that what it's
I'm a
called?
fat kid. And I just took the stairs. I'm out of breath. I just got here,
I'm asking too many
They-
questions.
They are no, they
One
are,
flight
they are
of stairs,
showcasing
Scotty.
that as an event. So when the brides to be or come in and they try to win the honeymoon, that's a big prize. That's
Huge.
why most people show up is to try to win
Costa Rica.
the free honeymoon. And I will not be able to win that for 2 reasons. One, I'm never getting married again,
Never.
ever. And 2, I'm working, so I can't win. But all the brides are able to come down and they have to go to the boat in order to turn their slip in
Oh,
to
okay.
win.
that's a great idea.
So it creates foot traffic throughout the 2 floors at the cruise port on the bottom level and the main level on the top, where they also have a DJ inside. And then out on the boat, on the Beauport cruise line, so we're not like the bastard child.
Yeah.
Or so to speak, they have to turn their slip in on the boat, so the other vendors that are on the boat get a fair shake.
Yeah, that's smart. Good for them. That's awesome.
So what proof do you have to show that you're a honeymooner? Like,
You-
what if
that
I
you're
go
a
there
bride
with
or
my
a
wife?
Take your ring off like you usually
Yeah.
do.
No, I'm serious.
No,
I mean, it
Wait a
sounds
second.
like a good event.
Oh,
No, it's a great event, and again, a lot of people. To be honest with you, a lot of people have already have most of their vendors already chosen when they show up. But there's unique stuff from different vendors that you may not have thought of to give you
Right.
more ideas. I mean, let's be honest, they want to win the trip. That's why they show. But there's also other people that are so confused in the planning process of weddings that it gives them the
Got it.
ability
guidance.
at point of sale
Yeah.
for each of these vendors.
You're meeting someone from the company, you get
Every-
a feel for them.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And the most important thing when booking myself as a DJ or another vendor for that matter is, are you comfortable with the person you're hiring? Because you're with that person, if it's a photographer from the early morning, for pictures in the early morning all the way through the end of the night basically. So it's a long day for them. You're spending the day with this person. If they're abrasive or if they run you the wrong way,
Yeah.
or you're not
If you-
going to hire them.
If you vibe with them,
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
So it's a good time to meet the people you're going to be working with to see if you vibe and you can be of service.
Last night was the big chamber event
Yeah.
at the Elks.
Who?
You were there?
That's why I'm surprised I'm here right now.
You were there?
No, I drove by
Oh, you
it.
drove by.
I want
It was
to.
packed though.
I
I do
asked
wanna
Scotty
say-
if I could show up. And he said the bodyguards up front are pretty big.
They're gonna have pitchforks out front, to try to get in this place because it was a full house.
Packed house. Tony Sapienza. It was like his
Tony Sapienza, Blue Shutters,
blue shutters.
and his wife, Patty. Is it Patty?
I don't know his wife.
I think it's Patty.
Yeah.
Very nice people. The incoming president. They passed the gavel from Bruce to Tony, and great guy.
Yeah.
And I did speak to Tony last night about doing a podcast from the Blue Shutters. Anytime you want, he said.
Nice.
There it is.
All right, we got another one in the books.
McCarthy did offer a $1,000 donation to the chamber, by the way.
I saw that.
We can
I
show the
hate when I
text.
drink that much.
We can show the text. We can take a screenshot
I
of the
think I
text.
still have that,
Yeah.
Oh,
And
the
you did
timeout.
say-
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Can pull it up and put it right in front of the camera.
I said only if I could come in and dance.
He said, if you can come in and dance, what if I make a $1,000 donation? I said,
Right.
that gets you and at least one hoodlum friend.
Right, and I was trying to get my
Consider
name
Charlene.
in there as the hoodlum friend.
Doesn't work out for you.
No, he didn't even answer.
So the chamber event was a success. A lot of heavy hitters there. It was a fundraiser and their annual dinner. And people danced right till 11 o'clock on the dot. It was a full dance floor right
Wow.
after dinner, and I couldn't have been more happy with the turnout.
That's a testament to your DJ skills.
That's well, I mean, it's a testament to the bartenders, I think.
When we
Who
had
were the bartenders? Give a shout out to the
Oh,
bartenders.
Nelly,
Nelly.
Nelly and Curly.
God
Oh,
bless you.
Curly.
Nice.
When
Curly
they-
and Nelly.
when the chamber was at our podcast a week ago, they said they were going to be breaking some news there.
Kerry McKenna.
Did they break any
And
news?
they broke some news last night. Now, this could be inside news for you because it was said publicly within a chamber event for people that donated last night. And I'm sure there's a formal announcement coming soon.
Yeah.
But they are actually moving
Wow.
again. They originally, I found out, I never knew that they had the chamber office on Main Street at one point,
Amazing. Okay.
and they moved to the 33 Commercial Street building.
Right here, right next to the boat.
The big announcement is they're moving again.
Aha.
And they're moving to Harbor Loop, where the ticket sales office was for the
Wow.
Whale Watch
Captain
at
Bill's.
Captain Bill's.
Wow.
And that's
So it's out there now.
it's,
Yeah.
it, well, it's,
It
it
might
is
have
now.
been- it
If
might
it
have
wasn't
been-
before, it's out
It
there.
might have been the worst kept secret in town.
Yeah.
Yes,
But, yeah.
I knew about it before the announcement
But
myself.
it's a brilliant spot because for several reasons. One, it's more central. Two, the Harbor Masters office is being completely revamped
Right.
with all the amenities you could ever
And that's
imagine.
at
Just
Harbor
went in
Loop.
and took pictures.
It's amazing.
Is that at Harbor Loop?
That's at Harbor Loop. You have the new dock, transient dockage
Oh.
at Harbor Loop.
Behind the building center, in between the Coast Guard station and the building center, I believe, where it's going to be.
That's
The new
that's
marina.
That's a new marina that Dennis Senegal and Chad Kachopoulos bought. Yeah,
There's a new marina going in?
they're gonna do,
Facilities,
they're gonna do some phenomenal
bathroom,
stuff.
showers, a common area, television, really nice facility going on.
Yeah.
And if that was a secret, it's not anymore either.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know that one.
Like Harbor Loop it has gone from like a 6 to a fucking 12, like, in the course of a couple of years. A big testament to that is our harbor master TJ Shimataro. No relation to me,
Yeah.
but TJ has vision
Yeah.
and he
Drive.
is in drive, and he is gonna pull this city kicking and screaming into the 21st century.
With that being
From
said,
a
I've noticed
voting
that there's a common word that keeps coming up today from you, and I think that should be the word of the week for the prize next week.
All right.
Testament.
Testament.
That's a testament to it. He says it's a testament.
It's a testament.
It's a
And
testament.
if that's okay, can I get clearance?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, there we go.
That's why we have you here. Scotty
Scotty was our
Scotty,
first
great.
prize winner, wasn't he?
Yeah, Scotty. I still got. He hasn't picked it up.
I
yet.
won the
The Alan Estes.
I won the Alan Estes CD.
I got it in
And
my
it's been
drawer.
burning. It's been burning in the back of my mind to go get that because I need to play it at my shows.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
huge. Oh, it's a
there you
big hit. Big hit.
Oh, we got
The only
breaking
thing is
news.
I'm not
Oh,
picking up
speaking
until
of-
it's autographed.
Oh, we're gonna have him come down and autograph. Speaking of Alan Estes, one of the places that he's played probably countless times, the Rumline is having a chili contest today.
Today.
Today's the chili cook-off.
Today's the chili cook-off. You can head down from here.
What time?
I think like maybe 1 o'clock. I'm not
Really?
really sure. Yeah, we'll have
And we did that podcast from the rum line. Fred talked about that briefly
Yep.
during the podcast a couple weeks ago.
Right.
So today's the chili cook-off. They've had the rib off, the rib off, and now for all the deer hunters coming next season, they're gonna do a beef jerky, the big jerk off.
Is that true? I love it.
No, that's my joke, but I've been pushing
That's
for
a
this.
great idea,
It's been
though.
pushing for years because they have the
Joe
rib
with
off,
that thing.
Yeah.
they have the chili off, and for all the hunters that want to make jerky, a lot of people love jerky. We're gonna call it the big jerk off.
Vito Ferrara, are you listening? He's a big hunter and a jerk guy.
We have some comments.
Yeah,
Joe.
Pat had some comments.
Yes, we have, Charlene Delaney, I think she's addressing this to you, Chris, regarding
Uh-oh.
your donation to the chamber. All you need to do is buy a license.
Have the license plate.
Yeah.
She's
Maybe
on.
that's a little bit less than,
The reason
Charlie
I
Delaney,
don't, the
I
reason
love
I don't
that.
buy a
Thank you,
license plate is she'll never talk to me again if I don't.
oh, there you
So-
go, yes,
Anything we
Because
can do
I
to
haven't
spend
pulled the
McCarthy's
trigger.
money.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
come on.
You sound like
Bring it.
Ralph.
More comments.
You
We
sound
love
like
these.
Ralph. This is
That
what
was
Ralph would say.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, where is
Is there
Ralph?
anything
He
else?
was right here. He didn't
Lori,
make it.
whose last name I can't pronounce, is wondering how everybody's feeling about Cameron's being torn down.
we're happy about it. They're gonna have retail on the first floor, affordable
Right,
housing.
sounds very exciting, doesn't it?
It's much more appealing to
Then
the
to have
eye.
it, yeah, then to have it
I
just sitting
certainly
there.
hope to get the right tenants in there because I don't really want
You
to see a
just
lot of
moved,
hoodies
though,
and
right?
the best pajamas on a Saturday morning
Yeah.
out front. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between like a homeless shelter and
I never
affordable
brought those
housing.
words out of my
I
mouth, nor
know.
the economic status. I just said I'm not a big fan of hoodies and pajamas
Yeah.
Hoodies and pajamas and slippers.
I hear you.
on a Tuesday morning or afternoon or night.
I like retail on first floors of buildings
Yeah.
with housing above it. I think it's a no-brainer because there's more people to shop without having to have cars.
Yeah.
Well, they did that at the Apple on Route 1 at the Hilltop.
Yeah.
The retail down the bottom.
And the new
Yeah,
barber
great.
shop, right?
The new
Every
barber
place
shop.
that does that they're all wins. The
Yeah.
marketplace in Linfield, it's a win. All these places that are doing that,
The North Shore Mall is doing all kinds of construction to
around it,
give it that Linfield marketplace looking.
I think it's a positive thing.
I think it is too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. You had a feature about the key tips to hang a picture on a wall. Can you do a demonstration? Because you have behind us, you have a
The
picture.
two worst things about moving are putting up the new shades, and the second thing is hanging all the new pictures in mirrors. And I forget where I saw this. It was years ago, and I still use it to this day. And it's a no-brainer. I don't know if anyone has experience with this, but when you're hanging a picture like that, or probably larger, or a mirror inside the bathroom that has the teeth, in
On the back of the frame?
in the back of the frame, and in either or opposite ends, and you got to get it right, and they're going to be the same height
Just
from
put
the
it in
ceiling.
middle.
Huh?
You have one of
No,
those?
because the teeth are at the end.
Oh, okay.
You need to make sure it all matches up,
Right.
and it takes a lot of funky measurements.
Right.
So the secret is you get a tube of toothpaste, and you put toothpaste above the teeth, each teeth, and then you stick it against the wall. You pull it away, and the toothpaste is on the wall, so you know exactly
Oh.
where the
Where to
teeth
put
are
them.
behind.
So
That's next level.
That's next level.
That's
I'm
next
telling you.
do you use the toothpaste because you're saying the teeth of the picture? Teeth
Need.
hand in hand, right?
Here,
Okay.
yeah,
That's
here's
how you
a-
Ironically.
Yeah, here's a little tip I read that helped me out a lot. If the hanger is in the middle,
Yes.
or you need to put, you're
You
hanging
guys
it
can
from
come
the
in.
middle.
You can be part of the
Is-
studio audience.
Is
Listen,
you,
you don't feel like you can't talk. Talk as loud as you want.
Do you have any topics?
Let's
If
see
you
how
have any
well
topics,
dressed
we
you
can
are.
bring you in. Everything.
Bob already
Back
done
there,
it.
we have to thank Bobby.
Bobby, come on in.
Bobby,
Come
Come on,
Bobby,
Bobby, come in front of the camera.
We got a stool right here for you. Sit right here.
Yeah.
Right there in the chair, Bobby, next to Sam.
Beauport Bob.
Well, we know there's Lobby Bobby.
I'm not here for long.
Yeah.
Lobby Bobby.
Bob's a legend. Hey, Jim,
My own mind.
what do you have for great stories of, what's something
I'll
your
tell you my best day here.
best day here? Let's hear it.
In almost 3 years' time, my best day here was last May. I had an elderly couple in front of my desk on a Friday morning, and they were waiting for me when I got in, and they said to me, we got engaged in front of the Eastern Point Lighthouse, and we're
Wow.
here celebrating our 65th wedding
Oh my
anniversary.
God.
And they said, we're wondering if somebody from the hotel could take us over and take our picture in front of the Eastern Point Light. And I said, I'd be delighted to do that. So I took the two of them. It turns out it was the gentleman who built the hotel and his parents.
No.
Lee Delacour.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
And
awesome.
so we drove over to Eastern Point, and I brought the top of my Surface Pro, which acts as an iPad type thing. And they thought I was taking still photographs, but I was actually taking video. And I drove them over in the VW bus, by the way.
Nice.
And we got there, and they were lining up in front of the lighthouse, and I had it recording, and again, they didn't know that I was recording, and he turned to her and he said, will you marry me? And she said, of course I will.
Oh
And they
my-
kissed, and then when we got in the van to drive back, I showed it to them with the soundbite and the image, and the three of us had a moment, I'll tell you that.
Oh,
And I
that
was
is
able to send it to the
wonderful.
children. So
Oh, that's great.
How special it is
that
that
was,
you were
I've had
able
many
to,
great days
you
here,
were
but
able
that
to
was my best.
participate in that. That's wonderful. Make it special. So special
Indeed.
for them.
And Lee was with the window room.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. right over construction.
It's incredible.
So a lot of the guests come to your desk and you offer up suggestions on what to do in the local area.
I do.
Any quick hints for those that are viewing from out of town? You know, why Gloucester and,
Oh my
and
God.
some
All you have to do is
suggestions?
come here and you'll know why. Even in the off season.
That's
If you
true.
just listen
That
to that
is true.
story, I mean, that gets you here
That's a
alone.
great
You know what I
I
mean?
moved here 20 years ago, and I'm a Bostonian born and raised, but I had been living in Atlanta, Georgia for 5 years, and I knew I wanted to come to Gloucester. I had a sailboat that I was bringing home with me, and I came here, and I'm never leaving.
Wow.
I will be here till the end of time.
That's amazing.
How's that VW bus drive?
It's great. It's a lot of fun. I'll take you for a ride.
Excellent.
We're gonna do a
I'm
podcast
not
from
getting
the
married.
back.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
The blue one's basically a door stopper right now. It's become a photo opportunity out in front of the hotel, but the yellow one is great. We drive our guests to Good Harbor Beach.
We saw the yellow one at the Riverfest this year at Statesboro Park.
You'll see it other places this summer as well.
Excellent.
We ended up at Ipswich and Crane's Castle.
We were here at the Christmas festival. The tree and the and the presents and of course
Santa's
touching
helper.
story about Santa. And you were Santa's helper too.
You were saying
You know the
it.
story about Santa?
Well, yeah, we know.
Yeah, can we
You told
hear?
us.
We,
Are there any children watching?
no children to watch. They don't listen to us.
My cousin used to play Santa Claus for us at the hotel. He's a retired Milford fireman. 72 years old. And a year ago, December, he did it for us. And in January, he was diagnosed with cancer, lymphoma. And we lost him in May. And so I was like, we're going to need our Santa. We're going to need our Santa. Christmas at sea on the boat, Santa at sea. And so reluctantly, I called his widow. I asked if she thought her son would be willing to assume the responsibility or assume the role, which he gladly did. And Ray brought him in, put him up, and gave him a nice dinner.
That's
He was
great.
terrific. He was
That's
terrific.
great.
That's great.
It was,
See?
Joe's always available.
Yeah, I don't have the beard. So it's
we have one.
But you speak about it. You're the concierge here at Beauport. You guys kind of all, you work as a real team here.
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
Because you're speaking about the Beauport Cruise Lines, the Santa at Sea. It's a great company to work with.
It's become a regular thing for a lot of families in Gloucester.
And they do the night before Christmas, is the reading that they do?
I read the night before Christmas, and inevitably Santa Claus finds the boat. We hear the reindeer hoofs and
Oh,
the
that's
jingle bells, and everybody gets a visit with them. It's quite a time. We do Christmas cookies and hot chocolate. It's a
Wow.
great trip.
Well, thank you so much for
You bet.
stepping in.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, Joey.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes.
See you guys.
That's
And
awesome.
taking such good
Thanks,
care of
Bob.
us. Thank you.
That's my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
So I was going to talk about the picture hanging. If you have one in the middle
Yeah.
and you put a fork on the nail pointing up,
Yeah.
and then you can hang them. Then you know where the nail is when you're trying to get the
That's a good
picture
one.
hung, and then you could just pick the fork up
Pick
and
the
you're all
fork.
done.
I like that. Yeah. Pitchfork. Is that
Yeah,
how
that
they got
worked really
pitchfork?
well.
It
No,
was
no.
out front of the Elks last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a
That
great
worked really
suggestion.
well for
Yeah.
me, yeah.
I just wanted to mention that it's official that the Rabbit and I, fans of the blog know who the Rabbit is, are going to see Adventure Man in England
That is awesome.
in March.
So you bring in the rabbit as your bodyguard?
Bodyguard. So if people, so real fans of the blog will remember Adventure Man's dad, who stole the show,
He
honestly.
did. He did.
With that hamster growing out of his back,
And a couple of other little
and
And his
tweaks.
beard, the things growing in his beard.
they took
Hibernating.
2 days off for our visit, and Dawn, we're taking a red eye, so we're leaving at 7:30 at night. We get there at 7:30 in the morning or something like that. And Dawn, Adventure Man's dad's picking us up, and so they asked me, so what is it that you'd like to do while you're here? Is it cathedrals or? I said,
No.
nope, just want to drink
Find me a pint.
Every
and
great bar.
drink and eat, drink and eat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they go, we can do that.
We can do that.
So we will be live.
Oh,
We
that
will be
is awesome.
live
I
from
miss those
Gloucester,
guys.
England.
I miss
Oh.
those guys. That was so much fun.
Live from
You guys
Gloucester.
go see the Royals.
What's the Royals?
What's the point?
Prince.
The Prince is over here in Canada. You know, with Meghan Markle.
He's not the principal.
Oh, wait, okay. Let's hear everybody's take on this. if you're a prince, not a king, but you're a prince, but you got Meghan Markle, and Meghan Markle's busting her balls and she wants to go home instead of being a part of the royal family, because you're never really going to be king because
Yeah.
Harry's going to be the king.
Yeah.
But you got to go through all the pomp and circumstance to
William's
show
gonna
up
be
for
the
all the
king.
stuff, right?
William,
William, and then Harry.
older brother. You know nothing about
Who's
the
gonna be
line
the
of
king?
succession.
Oh, Harry's the
Harry's the
Meghan
king.
Markle.
Right,
What did I
right.
say? Did I say it wrong?
Yeah, yeah.
William is going to be the king. Harry is just, going to be the second fiddle all the time, but still has to show up. What do? Do you follow Meghan Markle, who's a total smoke show, to Canada or the United States, or do you retain, your standing in the royal family in England? Okay, we're not going to start with Pat, because we already know Pat's answer, because she's a romantic English freak. Go ahead, Jim.
He has the title. It's not going to change. I'll always know.
No, he renounced himself. He renounced his title.
Oh, the title's gone?
They took a step back in the royal.
Then he's going out of that to go start a new life. More power to him. If she's that good to him, I think go for it.
Okay, do you think that she'll continue to be that good to him? Or do you think they come back here and she gets tired of him and just busts his balls and doesn't have sex with him anymore and he fucking
I think you
miserable?
watch too many
That's
HBO.
marriage, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but if he renounces the title, then he comes over here, she stops having sex with him, and then he's over here and he has no title, and he's getting beaten
He
down.
can't,
He
and then he
found
can't
one.
go home, run back to
No, he
England
can't.
and say,
At that point,
sorry,
he's
I
done.
made a mistake.
He's done.
He
Yeah.
found one.
Scotty, what did he say? What should he do?
I have a great quote, and I'm going to quote Dr. Hunter S. Thompson on
Okay.
this one. Buy the ticket, take the ride. Because if you signed up for this lifestyle and now you're busting his chops, that you want to take a step back and be independent, you signed up for this, honey. You stick with it. That's all there
You're
is
talking
to
from
it.
her perspective.
Her perspective.
Yeah,
You signed up. Buy the ticket, take the ride. That's it.
I like
So
that.
you think they should stay?
I think that if she signed up for it and
She knew what she was
she
getting
knew
into.
what she was getting into,
You don't try to change the
you
guy.
don't try to change the guy after.
The guy's the guy.
So it's like
But
it's
I
like
think there's-
marrying. It would be like marrying a male stripper, from a female's perspective. So a female marries a male stripper. She's not a stripper,
Right.
okay? But she loves him, and he's a male stripper. She knew what she was getting into when she married the guy. Now she's gonna say, "I need you to stop stripping."
Yeah.
The analogy's there. You see what I'm saying?
It could be the same thing, vice versa. It could be a woman stripper and a guy marries her.
And you're right, but I'm talking the female perspective.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
And
Scotty,
that's my opinion.
That was a personal story that I shared with you, and now you just told everybody
About
about my situation.
Stripping.
How much was that donation to the chamber again?
Yeah.
1,000.
All in
I
dollars.
said $1,000.
Let's hear
Bucks, not dollars.
Let's hear your take. What you
I
do?
could give a rat's ass, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I just that whole English monarchy thing, I think, is a bunch of malarkey.
Pat, let's hear what I already know you're going to say.
Well, I don't know what you think I'm gonna say. I think Harry made a brave decision. And I think
Brave?
that what we're not taking into account here is his childhood after his mother died. And that really was the impactful event in
That's
this
a good
case,
point.
and not
That's interesting.
necessarily his
The
marriage.
psychiatrist view.
Certainly the having a son and seeing what happened with his mother. I think it was brave. I think it was brave.
And he
Myself.
was always, growing up, he was always the
A
one
little bit.
who
He was
did
always the one that
things
was doing the opposite of what
opposite
everybody
of what everybody
else
else
was.
The second in command is always kind of the wild
And I-
renegade.
True.
Through the
The
general.
Queen's sister, yeah,
Nailed
yeah.
Who was it? Was it Andrew? Prince no, who was the one like that was second in command to? What happened?
No, he
Sound
wanted to hit
effects,
sound
yeah.
effects.
Oh, okay.
So who was the second to Harry's father? Was Prince who?
Harry's father is Prince Charles.
Prince Charles. Who's Prince Charles' younger brother?
Andrew.
Prince Andrew. He was kind of known as a playboy, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And couldn't do anything right.
Is that the big
And then the
scandal
Queen-
that they had?
Yeah.
And then the Queen's sister,
hanging out with that businessman.
the Queen Elizabeth's sister, she was a renegade. Watch The Crown, you'll get it.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't watch the crowd.
I'm not watching like.
We're at a buck 13.
Yeah.
Buck 13.
Okay, I don't want anyone to feel slighted. Pat, was there any topics that you wanted to talk about that we missed?
No, I don't think
I
so.
think we got everything.
I think so.
All right, look and
We
see if
got
there's
some
any
good,
comments that we need to address.
Lori recommends fish and chips from England,
Oh, nice.
and Charlene says Harbor Loop is going to be the place to be. Come to Maritime and do a podcast.
There
I
you
think
go.
that's a great
Who was
idea.
it? Oh,
Charlene Delaney
Delaney.
says
Oh,
come
it
to
absolutely
Maritime,
Oh yeah.
and
I must say,
Lori's going to change her pajamas right now.
if you go to, if you tie up at the municipal dock at Harbor Loop, the Beauport is just a walk away.
Yeah.
You
We
can,
did it last.
we did it
summer.
last summer. We tied up there. You have a, what is it, 4 hour?
4 hours.
4 hours you can tie up there for free. You can use the Dockwall app to reserve your slip.
Oh no, I didn't wear that.
You
It's
did?
a bluefin
Oh, bluefin
blowout.
blowout. Very similar.
Yeah, it is.
Very similar. Thank you so much to Ray Johnstone.
Yeah.
Thank you to Bobby and Gene Hennessy for hosting us tonight. This place is phenomenal.
I mean,
We are
people-
so blessed.
The
gonna
fire
say, you
is
gotta come
going
down today.
outside on the deck right now. There's blankets, the sun is shining.
Yeah.
It looks very inviting.
Very warm out there today for New England.
It's
Gorgeous
Yeah.
day. Come on down to the.
They got blankets for people to sit outside. You're silly not to come down and have a
Nicole
cocktail.
Wadsworth Sheriff might have just put in a comment. I just got a thing.
all
Let's
right.
see.
Let's see what we
It's
have.
too bad
Funny
she.
story about Nicole. She's at a hockey tournament.
Yes,
Yesterday?
her kids won an upset thing.
Oh,
Where?
really?
Yeah.
Where?
They're out of state somewhere, but come to find out, she starts talking to Charlene's cousin Lindsay, who's renting my townhouse
Are you kidding me?
here in Gloucester.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
the Lindsay's
Oh, yeah.
child and
Oh, do you want to
Nicole's
mention what Nicole had to say or no?
She just says hi.
Hi, Nicole.
Telling her that
Hi,
we miss
Nicole.
her. Telling her
Hi,
that we
Nicole.
miss her.
Maybe one day you'll be able to come
Congratulations on your
hang out with us.
And the
Oh,
hockey game.
Strapped, I love you.
GloucesterCast
greatest.
379. We're going to stop streaming right now. Thank you for joining us. We love our loyal viewers. Please do me a favor. All I ask is one thing. Hit the share button. Please put this on your timeline and share it. We really appreciate it. Everybody have a great night. Thank you to the Beauport Hotel for your great hospitality. We'll
Good
see you
night.
guys.
Goodbye.